Okay, so the first problem that I'm going to do is 3b. So I'm going to start off by looking at my coefficients. Negative 5 and 10 can be simplified by a factor of 5. So I'm going to divide both top and bottom by 5. Negative 5 divided by 5 is negative 1. And 10 divided by 5 is 2. Next, I'm going to have the b's battle. I have 3 b's in the top and 8 b's in the bottom, so the b's in the bottom are going to win, leaving me with 5 b's in the bottom. And the a squared has nothing to simplify with, so it stays in the numerator. The final answer you're going to see written as negative a squared over 2b5 because, that doesn't really look like a 5, because we don't really need to write the negative 1. We don't have to write the 1. So this is my final answer. For 7a, I want to start off by being Oprah and making sure that the power of 2 gets to every single base inside the parentheses. So there's 5 different ones. So I'm going to do 6 squared, a squared, b to the 6, because 3 times 2 is 6, over 3 squared c to the 4th. And just to clarify, this is a 6 squared. So I'm going to do out the actual numbers 6 squared and 3 squared, which is going to give me 36 and 9, a squared b to the 6th with c to the 4th in the bottom. And then I need to finish by actually simplifying these. They're both divisible by 9. And if I divide them both by 9, I get 4 in the numerator, a squared b to the 6th, over 1 is left over in the denominator, but I don't need to write that, so c to the 4th is what remains. Oh, and by the way, so that I know you watched the video, put a heart around 11.5 at the bottom of the page and do a smiley face right below it. Okay, so again, I always want to start off by being Oprah. So I'm going to give the power of 2 into the negative 3, into the w, and into the h cubed. Negative 3 is being squared, w is being squared, h to the 3rd is being squared, so that's h to the 6th, over 9w to the 5th, h to the 8th. Now up here, negative 3 squared is really negative 3 times negative 3, which is positive 9. So I'm going to start off with the positive 9 and the positive 9 in the denominator. Both are divisible by 9. When I divide both by 9, I get 1, so it's almost like these cancel out completely. And then I'm going to have a battle between the w's. 5 versus 2 means that the denominator is going to win with 3. And then I'm going to battle the h's. 6 in the numerator versus 8 in the denominator, leave me with 2 in the denominator. And since nothing was really left over in the numerator, I need to put 1 there to show that there is nothing left in the numerator. So it's 1 over w cubed h squared. Okay, so I'm going to start off by being Oprah. But when I cube negative n times itself 3 times is just going to be negative n cubed. So I really have a negative from this, and 12n times n to the 3rd power over negative 60 n squared. So in the numerator, if I combine n times n cubed, I have negative 12 n to the 4th over negative 60 n to the 2nd. So I'm going to simplify the negative 12 and the negative 60 by dividing both by negative 12, giving me 1 in the numerator and 5 in the denominator. And then I'm going to let the n's battle. I have 4 in the numerator versus 2 in the denominator, meaning that 2 will win in the numerator. And so my final answer is n squared over 5. And if you watch the video all this way, I want you to put a smiley face with a tongue sticking out at the top right corner of your page.